Hello, my name is Shucen Yi. I'm a lecturer at Chengdu Normal University in China. The paper I will be presenting today is titled Bridging the Elderly Digital Divide, Research on Strategies of Chinese Public Service. Actually, no matter which country we come from, we all know that now the aging of the population is a huge problem facing the world. On May 11, 2021, China announced the result of the seventh national census. From the perspective of age structure, the population of 60 years old and over was 264 million, accounting for 18.7% of the total population. Compared with 2010, the proportion of the population aged 60 and above has increased by 5.44%. That means the population aging problem has further deepened in China. At the same time, digitalization is taking place at a high speed in Chinese society. New digital public services are emerging, such as online ticket purchase, smart medical care, online car hailing, online tax payment, and online social insurance, bringing convenience to the people in enjoying public services. At this moment, I believe that everyone will have the same worry or doubt as I did. That is the contradiction between the rapidly increasing aging population and the rapidly developing digitalization of society. Especially during the period of the COVID-19 pandemic, technology has been adapted to mitigate negative effects, offering individual digital alternatives to many of the day-to-day activities, which can no longer be completed normally. During that time, wherever you go in China, you have to show the health code, not epidemic pass in your smartphone. I even saw that my grandparents were afraid to go out because they didn't know how to use smart applications. The elderly have become the vulnerable group in terms of internet and various smart applications or devices. Faced with such a situation, we have to think about how the elderly could adapt to this society. How could we bridge the digital divide for the elderly and to ensure they can enjoy equal rights to a better life in the digital society? My research mainly focuses on the digital divide between the elderly and social public services, rather than the digital problem in the communication and entertainment of the elderly. Public services such as medical care, elderly care, traffic service, and so on are closely related to the lives of the elderly, which means it is urgent to find a suitable development strategy to those public services in order to balance digital development and the use of the elderly. It analyzed specific governance paths from the four dimensions of bridging the access gap, bridging the application gap, bridging the rights gap, and the public service governance methods, so as to provide valuable reflections on the reform strategy of Chinese public service and the long-term development of bridging the digital divide. In the whole process of research, I found many interesting changes in Chinese society. For businesses, GAS has launched a one-click taxi hailing applet for the elderly. This application can provide priority dispatch service for the elderly and can also locate the elderly in real time, avoiding manual location input. The internet company Baidu launched a large character version of Baidu app in response to the common problem of vision decline among the elderly. For the government, many communities organized a series of training classes on the use of smartphones for the elderly. Some offline system of the government service department can automatically identify elderly over the age of 65 and let them do business with priority. The government has also established a risk early warning system, which can not only effectively protect the rights of the elderly during use, but also create an open, tolerant, and orderly development environment for Internet plus public services. Actually, the convergence of the two waves of digitalization and aging is a distinctive feature of contemporary Chinese society. In order to bridge the digital divide between the elderly and digital public services, the government should integrate the needs of the elderly into the entire process of service system design and use. There are many changes and strategies in China, and I believe there are actions and changes all over the world. The United Nations 2030 Sustainable Development Goals put the principle of digital inclusion, empowerment, equality, and the concept of leave no one behind at the core. Only when social governance strives to achieve digital equality and digital tolerance, it can stabilize the country and bring fundamental changes to the efficiency of social undertakings. Thanks.